on some grass or dirt. But turn down the volume on Dick and Bird. Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck Dick and Bird! St. Paul admitting the law and life, and hitting rock bottom, drugs in the incline. Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck Dick and Bird! Fuck off! Shit.
Hello and welcome to this thing we call Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play. I'm your host, Anthony Variano. I'm joined by the brothers Haas, Michael and Bradley. Michael, how's your bod?
It's the best shape of my life, honestly. And as Brad's gonna cast Jesus, I look like frickin' Tiger Woods this weekend.
And I don't doubt it with as much golf as I know you're playing. I'm a little scared to get on the course with you now.
It's starting to come together. It's all starting to come together.
Oh God, I hit the worst 100 balls at the driving range I've ever have in my life. I got to play with my boss, my new hot boss tomorrow, and it's not going to go well. I cannot hit the ball straight. I can't hit any of my irons except the 7, but it's a good thing I hit the 7 like John Daly hits the 2. But otherwise everything else is garbage.
Hey, did that really happen in Minnesota on that one golf course with the hail?
I'm sure it did. Yeah.
Did you see pictures?
No, I didn't.
What, like oak something? Yeah, just like huge. It looked like freaking.
There were golf balls all over the fairway type of hail size.
Yeah, and then on the green, it was just like huge holes.
Oh God,
it was crazy.
Yeah, no, we had like a lot of the area had like 4 inches of rain in a like 24 or 36 hour period. So, but hey, the basement held up pretty good. I can't complain. Not a lot of water in the basement. It came down regular, over the course of those hours rather than just dumping on us in a matter of an hour. So that's always nice. If y'all don't know, it's the Commissioner's Cup Championship. My sister and her husband are at the game in Las Vegas. It's Liberty versus Vegas, and I got a backup plan. I'm wearing the Aces shirt underneath the Liberty jersey. Sabrina Ionescu, she's all right.
She's good.
She's better than good. She might be the best shooter in the history of the game. I mean, she might be better than Steph Curry, based on what she did at the All-Star game in that 3-point contest. Holy shit. Dave was there to see that live. He's like, I think she missed 4 shots. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure she missed 3.
Hey, there's a pretty good girl from Iowa coming up.
Yeah, that would be Caitlin Clark, who we all wished that we were tanking for, and it's just not going to happen because all of a sudden we're the 7th seed. So you start 1-7 and you figure, God, we're well on our way to getting exactly what we want. and then Cheryl Reeve goes and just does her thing. We're still one of the worst defensive teams in the WNBA. Actually, no, we are the worst defensive team in the WNBA. We have the worst defensive rating of all the teams in WNBA. That can only get better, but we're still not going to beat anybody in the playoffs, I don't think.
Yeah, you don't know if it can get better.
I mean, Cheryl Reeve is known to be a great coach of defense, so I would imagine that they would improve. And they beat the Liberty without Nafisa Collier, their best defensive player. They shot out of their mind, and the Liberty shot terribly. But
I just remember last year, everybody's like, the defense can't get any worse for the Vikings, and every week they just continue to let us down.
All right, well, let's get into the Vikings, shall we? Brian Flores apparently looks like a genius in a preseason loss, despite a preseason loss to the Seahawks. Linebacker, we've talked about Evan Pace Jr. He's apparently just great and is going to be fantastic. His stock is rising, according to Alec Lewis of The Athletic, whereas Andrew Booth Jr. got beat for a touchdown. Again, he's only 22 years old, which is shocking.
I don't know if he makes the 53-man roster.
Really?
I'd seriously.
That's too bad because I mean they do have a lot of. All of a sudden they've got depth at defense. What the hell's going on, Brad? Can you shed some light on this for us?
It's a coach. I mean, and we had a stock load, from last year.
Right.
Our draft. We draft a lot of defense. We brought in a couple guys. That's why I'm glad we got him before we started doing this. Flores is finding these guys to do their thing, and you could see it. I mean, that was my biggest thing. Preseason games suck. I usually turn it on like the first 5 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can take my jersey off. I'm done for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I watched it from
I know
the
you guys
beginning
were
to the
live
end.
texting the damn thing for the entirety. It was amazing.
And the defense looked absolutely amazing. Like that article that you sent out in that email from that guy from I honestly about Flores' schemes and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember who wrote it, but
I can find it.
that was one of the better freaking articles I've ever read. And it's like perfect. It's absolutely perfect about what they're doing. The only bad takeaway I got to say from their defense, Lewis Sign's going to get hurt. He is going to get hurt. He needs to get back into tackling form and stuff like that.
He leads with his head a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does fly around though, which is a good thing.
Well,
that's really good.
Brian Flores is looking for too, is guys like that.
And then they moved other safeties up in, played like outside linebacker stuff. But I'm like I said, I've been saying top 10 defense. Top 10 defense.
Going from second to last to top third of the league.
No, I think Brad is right for the amount of like linebackers and freaking safety / cornerbacks we've drafted in the last 2 years. Like it's going to be nice seeing a good coach actually use these folks. And I think you can bring out a lot of shit. But moving off the defensive side, Brad, I didn't watch the whole preseason game, but what did you see I was intrigued by what was going to happen with our running backs. Who do you think performed the best?
Ty Chandler looked good. I mean, he looked really good.
He's also on the list of stock who's rising. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like him. I can never say his name right. Kenny Inagwe. Nobody knows why he's not playing. He's just been out. So I mean, that kind of sucks. The rookie we drafted with our last pick, he looked decent returning kicks. I mean,
he'll make the roster
how many kicks
just because of that, probably.
But with being able to fair catch and take the ball out of the 25 now, how many coaches are really going to want to let you run the ball out unless you know you can do it?
Is he not going to be a punt returner too?
No, at least the depth chart doesn't have him as a punt rider. It's like I want to say Naylor is listed as slotted in as a punt returner. Yeah, Ty Chandler, hands down. I mean, and
another thing, and it's in the Athletic article you shared, Tony, but I read another article, I forget by who. I mean, I made no secret about it. I loved the move to get Hawkinson last year. He's one of my favorite players in the league. But would you agree? I read an article that stated they think that Vikings have the best tight end core in the league.
Oh, absolutely. Has to be.
Well, how can it not be? I mean, you have arguably
Munt is your third tight end on the roster, right?
But arguably Hawkinson is slated right up there. Travis Kelce, number one for sure.
Yeah.
After that,
I think there's debate, between
Mark Andrews is getting old. Kittle, I think, is
Kittle's great.
Getting older. He's a
Hawkinson
good dude,
might
but
be a top 3 tight end in the league.
Top 3, 4. Then you have Oliver over there being able to block, and they're trying to get him more, involved in the passing game. I mean, they ran a lot of 2 tight end sets.
Yeah.
Which I think we're going to see that.
I love that. I've been waiting for that forever.
Addison looked pretty good.
Munt looked good from what I watched.
Yeah,
Munt looked pretty good, and I just watched O'Connell's press conference where he's really praising him. Like, he looked good. Like, I could see him being like a number 2 on most teams, but
Nick Mullins, though, is not a backup quarterback. He looked tough. I mean, Granted, he's not playing with the ones.
And the rookie we
Paul-
drafted is not looking great either, right?
He didn't look.
I wouldn't say
He didn't look
looks
good,
horrible,
but he didn't look.
but
Yeah,
he's somebody you can build off of. That was my thing. Like, he's got
Project.
ability that you need to extract and just let him get up to the NFL level. That's my opinion from what I saw.
well, and think about coming into these offenses. You know that these guys come into. If you're not running that type of stuff in college, it's going to be real tough.
Yeah, he came out of BYU, right? It's not a pro offense that they're playing out there, I don't think.
So like all around, you know, they didn't get the win, but I can't complain. I can't complain. You know, Addison had a couple good catches. His route running is just looks phenomenal. I mean,
no, that's what I was just going to give a toast to. Talk about within the last couple of years, Addison, another steal in the first round. Like, Jesus Christ, him and Jefferson lined up together with Osborne their offense is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Naylor's looked tough. I mean,
it's going to be hard to cut that wide receiver room down.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know if Booth makes it. Being an offensive-minded coach, I mean,
I'm talking about wide receivers. Booth is the cornerbacks, but the cornerbacks.
That's what I'm saying.
Suddenly deep too.
Exactly. It's really deep. You know, when you got guys that were probably going to be a fourth string, fifth string guy coming in, and now he's taking reps with the one, you know, Evans.
And we should really group everybody who plays defensive back together, because you're going to have safeties on wide receivers one-on-one in this scheme. So like safety Theo Jackson was on the field more plays than any other Viking.
Exactly.
And
he was one of them that lined up in a lot of linebacker spots.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing, Tony, sorry to steal your show and act like I'm the one running the show. Thoughts on Cook going to the Jets?
I think it's laughable.
Yeah, I don't know how much better they get with him, but I mean, it can't hurt, right?
I think it makes them injury proof. I think at running back. I mean, that's the nice thing. It's
right.
Cook is not going to get the touches he got in Minnesota. He's not going to.
Well, that'll probably be a
get
good
maybe
thing.
15 touches a game.
Yeah, he'll be the first and second down back, right? Because he's not a great receiver out of the backfield.
They got Breece Hall though as well.
Yeah, he's coming off that ACL injury though, so they can probably ease him in. But I mean, he's the future. But then again, do you play that running back card? You know, and hey, we know he's good. We know he's good. We'll just use him a little bit. And when he goes to renegotiate after year 4, man, your numbers are pretty shit here. You know, you only did this. So
yeah, who knows?
Shoot.
Who knows? Fuck the NFL.
Yeah, let's talk about baseball, baby, because it's baseball season.
Hey, most depressing team to ever talk about in the history of the game.
Oh God, the most
talking about baseball. Are you going to Saturday night to Star Wars night?
No.
Man, you should. I really want one of those sweatshirts.
I'm going to Iowa's for Lovers to see the story so far. I'm driving all the way to some little town in Iowa where they've got a Harrah's, a casino, and I'm going to see this band that's just basically overwhelmed my life the last couple of weeks. I don't know. I was listening to them before the breakup, so it's certainly not the breakup that's making me listen to emo, but
you're not hurting though.
I mean,
I don't know if you got to move away from the emo, Tony. It's gonna kill you. It's really gonna kill you.
I really enjoy this band enough to just buy tickets on a whim. I might never get to see them again, so I figure, what the hell? They're in the area. I'll go see them. The Messingers,
Tony.
Closest the Messingers are getting to Minneapolis on their tour for their new album is Madison, Wisconsin, Mike. So.
Tony, I broke up with my high school girlfriend who was 19 years old, started listening to emo.
Yeah.
I've never been happy since.
I should have never broke up with my high school girlfriend. Well, we were
even as my oldest daughter's sitting right next to me right now. That didn't even make me happy.
Well, it makes
I'm
me
getting
feel
glared at now.
pretty good.
I've been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift. That's all I can say.
That's all. I sing that crap all the time.
I got to tell you, Haley Williams made me feel 16 all over again. Like I felt way too old to be on the floor for that show before it started. And then Haley Williams came out and I was like 16 all over again. And the next morning I woke up and my back was killing me.
You should have went to Taylor Swift. You would have felt like you were 14.
Yeah.
No, you
I
felt
don't
like
listen
you're 22.
I wouldn't have known any of
actually,
the songs. I don't listen to Taylor Swift at all. Which is surprising given how many female vocalists that I enjoy. But Taylor Swift ain't no goddamn Mariah Carey, so
Hey, yeah,
actually, yeah, we shouldn't make any of those 14-year-old jokes.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Whoa.
That's for later in the show. All right, Mike, this is your beat. We're talking Twins. They took 2 from Philly. They're a bona fide playoff team. I just checked the standings today. Every division but one has 3 teams that are better, that have more wins than the Twins do. Every division besides one has 3 teams that are better than the Twins.
I can't. I honestly don't know what to fucking think of this team. I mean, fucking.
They're going to win a playoff series.
No, it's the funny thing. Like when we go into Philly, and I'm like, we're gonna play some good baseball. That's just the way it fucking happens. I mean, we got absolutely throttled.
Shitty teams shittily, and we play great teams well. I don't know.
We got throttled. The Kukul experiment should be done. But with this team, it's not going to be done.
You call Keuchel Kukul.
Sorry.
You're trying to make him into a Kubel because you miss him so much, don't you?
I do miss Kubel.
Yeah, who doesn't?
One of my favorite outfielders in the history of the game. But no, that experiment should be done. But I guarantee what's going to happen is, well, we've got Detroit, who, if you're following the game right now, we've got one fucking hit.
Yeah.
We make these
one goddamn hit. That's all we got.
You got one hit, and no, you're texting just bashing Ober, and I'm like, yeah, he made one bad pitch. That's gonna happen.
A terrible pitch.
Team has to put up more than one hit.
You can't do
to
that.
a guy that's 78 years old.
He hasn't homered in months. I mean, Jesus Christ, just put him on first base. He ain't gonna run. He can't score.
No, I know. Actually, Kepler, who I was bashing earlier, and he's came on since the All-Star break. He got us their second hit.
Yeah. Let's run through what's happened in August here. We're halfway through August. Matt Wallner, Carlos Correa, Max Kepler, Jordan Luplow, Joey Gallo, Ryan Jeffers, and Donovan Solano have all posted an OPS over 800 in August.
Matt Wallner tried to take out Correa on a fly ball today.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was
I would have laughed.
They're starting to look like goddamn Cleveland from Major League One is what they're starting to look like.
I have to believe that fucking Gallo's numbers are inflated just for that one great game he had where he went 4 for 4.
Right.
But
Jeffers is on a freaking tear.
That fucker
you can't deny Matt Wallner's been great. There's not limited playing time there. Carlos Correa posted an 800 OPS for half a month is an improvement big time on what he's done for the entire year. Ryan Jeffers has been a goddamn revelation. He is fucking this is what pisses me off as we sign guys like Christian Vasquez to 3-year deals when Ryan Jeffers is a year away from a breakout season, and it's just like, what the hell do we have this guy for? He limits the running game better than fucking Vasquez does too. Did you see him
100%?
That's attempted steal earlier today?
Yeah,
man, what a cannon!
No, he's good. Well, it was a perfect pitch to throw on too. I mean, it was a fucking fastball a little above the zone. That being said, I totally agree, and I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with Vasquez this offseason. We won't get anything for him because of the way he's playing.
Yeah,
but the other thing, other than Jeffers, I think you're right to fucking be so excited with him this year.
Yeah.
I'd say temper that excitement though, because we've got a problem coming up with Buxton coming back, and like Jeffers should be getting some DH fucking
right. He's not going to get him with Buxton coming back, is he?
No, but you got to put Buxton in the field. If he gets fucking hurt, he gets hurt. It doesn't fucking matter at this point.
He has been a non-factor. That who would have thought that we would be saying this? Where Buxton has been a non-factor this season.
Exactly.
That's shocking.
Michael A. Taylor's been playing
Brad,
great
you're the one who said this. You said this at the beginning of the year, didn't you?
What's that?
That Buxton wasn't going to do shit.
Yeah, because what? He's always fucking walking on broken glass.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
but my thing is Brad is negative on every fucking Twins goddamn player, so you can't say he's right about if you're going to be negative about everybody.
No, I like that. I like that Wallner. I like Luplo.
I love Wallner. Wallner's my guy.
Jeffers, I like Jeffers.
Wallner's from around here. He went to high school in the Twin Cities area.
Freaking the other guy who's since August, if you just want to talk August numbers, Carlos Correa is playing like Carlos Correa.
Finally.
Fucking 8 for 19 with 3 homers in August, 2 doubles,
Royce
6
just knocked
RBIs.
one in.
The guy's a fucking god in the postseason too. So he's getting hot at the right time.
If he can turn on right now,
yeah,
that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Oh, God, great.
Welcome back, Royce Lewis, knocking in an RBI.
Yeah,
the real Michael Jordan, baby.
I called him a candy ass. I'm sure if you bit into his ass, it would be sweet like candy.
Oh, God, I would
possibly.
love to take. It would have to be Tony or Honey because he's got that perfect golden tan, like that old A-Rod tan. It's just sex on a stick out there in a uniform, man. God damn.
Sex on a stick?
Yeah, that's the name of the episode. Royce Lewis is sex on a stick. Let's talk about some of the pitching staff during August. Pablo Lopez, El Caballo, has a 0.47 ERA in 3 August wins. Kenta Maeda, a 1.5 ERA over 12 innings, and Sonny Gray's posted a 1.89 ERA over 19 innings. So the pitching staff has held up the entire season. I thought Sonny Gray was going to go away for a while. I think Bailey Ober is, not somebody you really want pitching a playoff game, but I
wouldn't mind a long relief role for Ober though.
Yeah.
I agree. That's my thing. Like he made one tonight. I mean, to me, he's getting back on stock. He made one bad pitch. But my thing is, if you can pitch 6 innings in this league and only give up 2 runs, I'm sorry, that's pretty good pitching.
So
even though they're playing Detroit,
you're playing the fucking Tigers.
Yeah. But
I understand that, but we lose to the fucking bottom of the barrel.
Maeda has actually transitioned to that bullpen role in the past for the Dodgers and has found success there. And I'm sure he would again because he's not old, but he's the oldest, but he's probably the softest tosser, and he would gain a lot of velocity by only having to go a couple innings.
So my thing is talking about that though. If you're going to do that, you better practice it a few times to see how he establishes, because some of these starters, I think when you put moving them into those roles, you don't have the same warm up mentality. I mean, it's
right.
I don't have a problem running Maeda out to be like the number 2 starter. And my reason I say that is because why I have a lot of fucking faith in Maeda at this time is his arm is about as fucking prime as he can get. Like he's pitched like 60 innings.
Right.
Like he's pitching well. So he's not going to have Sonny Gray ran into a little bit. We started seeing a little bit maybe fatigue, but then I would call him a fucking great pitcher because he ran into a fucking low and he's got himself out of it where it's just, all right, fuck it. I'm walking too many people. I'm going to start challenging people. And he's gotten his ERA back down again. Like Sonny Gray has done nothing but impress me this whole fucking year. I mean,
he really has me too.
But that's the shitty thing about like this team. Which team's going to show up in the postseason? I mean, these pitchers are pitching great.
Don't look now, but the Liberty are absolutely working the aces.
But it's not like it's not like we're getting blown out by these teams. It's just our offense decides to not show up for a week.
No,
and we lose 5 games.
Yeah.
I mean, so are they going to not show up for a weekend on our 3-game series? Like
Brad,
against left-handed pitching, they never show up.
Brad is 100% correct on that. I mean, you look at our win-loss records for like our pitchers, it is fucking astounding when you have ERAs this low. And fucking Lopez has fucking strikeouts coming out of the ass.
Yeah.
And you're not getting wins because your fucking team can't put up fucking 3 runs.
Because there's a left-handed pitcher on the mound. This team had a fatal flaw from the beginning of its construction. A lack of ability to hit left-handed pitching. And it's gonna carry over to the playoffs. I'm sorry to say, but that might be what keeps them out of winning 3 home, or they only got to win 2 or 3 home games. They got to win a series at home in order to advance the ALDS, out of the wild card round. and
you
I
haven't
don't even know if it's possible.
you haven't gotten to our bullpen yet, but what's
I'm
gonna
getting to it.
fucking
Let me get to it. Your boy, Emilio Pagan, 2.08 ERA in 4.1 August innings. Not a lot of innings pitched, but the guy has stepped up and has become basically a 7th or 8th inning setup man. I mean, he's their second best bullpen arm. He's been better than Duran in the month of August.
I'm not disagreeing with that, and that's what fucking pisses me off about the trade deadline and the roster construction in the offseason and this year is, goddamn it, Rocco, like, you're gonna force us and hope to God that you can get that. See, I fucking told you so. But imagine fucking game 1 in a tied game and we bring him in like the fucking 6th
I'll
or
be
7th.
shitting my pants. I'll leave. I'll leave the room so I don't have to watch that.
I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that.
Fuck that, Tony. Jump on the field and go tackle him.
I would not. I can't be thrown out of my church, man. That's the best building in Minneapolis. I kind of like to go back.
No, and I'm eating my words here a little bit because I've been trashing him the whole fucking season.
So all of us have. Aaron Gleeman has of The Athletic. Everybody thinks that we've stuck with this guy for too long, and it's too small a sample size actually to even give him any credit at this point because he's been so bad for so long.
Yeah, you can't go off a 4 innings pitched where he's doing good.
It's been longer than that, but this is just in
it has
August.
been.
Yeah, what's gonna happen the next 4 freaking innings he pitches? You know what I mean? It could skyrocket to 20.
Yeah.
No, that's why I'm glad it's happened now because we've still got the rest of August and we got all of September where I'm not gonna lie, the last 3 weeks I've watched him pitch. He's always had good stuff. He's had no control. Mm-hmm. And his fucking location has been spot on the last 3 weeks. I mean, he's hitting fucking corner. Like, that's all he's playing with is fucking east and west corners. Yeah. And, like, fucking, he's been spot on. Now, Brad is totally right.
Shit, though. with those umps in Philly, man, you want to be onside.
Right.
No, I don't know. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, mainly because what the fuck else can we do with the way they put together this roster?
Right.
I mean,
well, I got one thing we could do. We got one thing. Louis Varland, holy shit, has he been fantastic at AAA. Hasn't allowed a run, has a .92 whip and 2 wins spanning 13 innings this August for the St. Paul Saints. Call that guy up because I want to lean on him down the stretch and see what he's made of against good lineups.
I could not fucking agree with you that, but to me, I would do it fucking now. Why give Dallas a start against the Pirates? Even if he does good, what the fuck? That doesn't mean anything. Right. It's a garbage fucking team.
He's never going to pitch in the postseason. So why are you running him out there? There's nothing he's going to teach you. He hasn't struck out a batter in his 2 MLB starts.
No, he gives up contact left and right, and it's going to come back to bite a team that can't score in the ass. Like,
and for the most part, Brad? the Twins have it locked up. What are they, 5.5 games up right now?
4.5 right now as of today.
Oh, Jesus. That's the beauty of our fucking division when we go on a fucking 5-game slid and lose 5 in a row.
Yeah.
The Guardians are just fucking trash. So it's like we don't have to do anything. The division is just giving it to us.
I know. It's pretty great. It's the easiest division anyone's ever won in the history of the sport. I wrote about this. I said, it's like there's never been a more winnable division in the history of the sport since divisions became a thing in like 1979 or something like that.
I've read a lot of articles. There's a lot of comparisons to be made for the 87 season.
Yeah.
The Twins that year were not fucking good. We had 2 starters that year.
Yeah.
Legit, like
2 starters is all you need to win the goddamn fucking World Series, baby.
Walter, baby, grand slam, Walter.
My guy, the local 10-minute warning. Woo! That a boy. Shall we get to the foul players of the week?
Okay, just 1 second, Tony. Last comment on the Twins. We don't even have to discuss it. You talked about Varland, who's been tearing it up in August. Offensive player who roster construction is going to fucking screw him. Austin Martin might be back. 10 games in August. Martin's hitting .393, .550, .607, 1.157, 3 doubles and a homer. 10 walks with just 5 strikeouts,
Jesus.
6 for 7 in stolen base attempts. That's
Since
the guy
his call
that
up
can
to
help
AAA.
Yes, that's a guy who could help a team in
Wow.
in a postseason run.
Holy smokes!
These fucking idiots running this team, they'd probably bring him up and send Wallner down or something stupid fucking like
Well,
that.
yeah, we can't cut into Gallo's playing time,
Right.
but
we'll make up injuries so Willie Castro can hit the IL, but fucking when Buxton's back, we can't make up shit because
we can't
he's
send Dallas
one of the
or
worst
fucking-
DHs in the American League.
So,
No.
real quick, who are we sending down then when Buxton gets off the IL and when
Keuchel.
Kirilloff gets off?
Dallas.
Okay,
Yeah. And I don't know. This is Mike's beat.
Matt Wallner. I mean,
right. There's nobody else with options. We're screwed. We're absolutely screwed.
I don't know. Send Correa down.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the foul players of the week. This is a segment that we used to do on a regular basis. We're going to try and get back to it. It was obvious this week that we had to do one. So the bronze medalist this week goes to the king of television and Ring of Honor television champion Samoa Joe, who came out of the crowd to put CM Punk to sleep during his match with FTR against House of Black for the AEW Trios Championships. Punk proceeded to talk shit about Hangman Adam Page after the show, against whom I saw him win the AEW Heavyweight Championship, despite wrestling like shit. He has since apologized, but the anxious millennial cowboy is going to buckshot lariat his ass back to the Pepsi generation. Let's all hope that's what we get. The silver medalist this week for Foul Players of the Week, the family of
Tony.
Michael Orr.
Just a second, Tony. Can I piss you off real quick? Because it came to me today.
We only got 7
And
and a half
all your
minutes.
fucking goddamn comments about how fucking professional wrestling's a way better sport than baseball or whatever.
It has a better 162 game season, absolutely, by 100 miles. Not even close. The baseball season's relevant for 2 weeks out of that 162 games. The fucking AEW season is relevant for the entirety of the year.
Okay. Let me get in my goddamn point, and then you can tell me how I'm wrong. Why professional wrestling is not a fucking sport. And I'm going to back this up. And it just clicked.
Don't start.
No.
We don't have enough time.
Just a second. And it just clicked. In baseball, your opponent does not help you win a game. In professional wrestling, your opponent does help you win the match because it's all fucking scripted.
That doesn't make it unathletic, Mike. Does not make it unathletic.
I didn't say unathletic.
I told you, baseball players are candy asses, man. The goddamn athletes in fucking professional wrestling fucking make baseball players look like goddamn fucking dancers, for Christ's sake. They're nothing more than goddamn fucking, they run out of the position, they stand around, they spit seeds, they fucking chew tobacco. You know what goddamn fucking pro wrestlers do? They break their necks and wrestle next week. That's what they do. That's why it's a sport.
Tony, settle down. We got to get back on track with the show, okay?
The silver medalist, Foul Players of the Week, the family of Michael Orr, as depicted by white folks like Sandra Bullock and others in the movie The Blind Side, blindsided Orr by allegedly tricking him into signing over control of his name, image, and likeness. And he was never paid for the movie about his life story. He says they lied about adopting him and tricked him into agreeing to a conservatorship. Sounds like a real Britney Spears situation there, and I hope he gets all the money from that.
So what's the follow-up on this movie then? Blindsided?
Yeah, there'll be another documentary. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be called Reparations.
And it's funny because they made the agent of his, the guy who was looking out for him, the villain in that movie, and he ended up being right the whole time.
Yep.
Like the family, look out for the family, man.
Yeah.
All right, the gold medalist is, we didn't have to have a vote on this. This is obvious. Major League Baseball is investigating Wander Franco for allegedly grooming a 14-year-old girl. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays star was given the day off on his giveaway day. The giveaway, a snapback cap for children 14 and under.
Jesus Christ.
You can't make that shit up, man.
You can't write it better than that. No Hollywood producer, writer, director, nobody can do it better than that.
No, because you know something's up when the MLB tells you, like, dude.
Oh, he was leaving.
Out.
He left the dugout in the middle of the game.
Yeah, like the 5th inning or something. Yeah. And then they're like, yeah, you're gonna stay away. I don't know if the Rays forgot about their giveaway the next day because they're losing one of their best players. Like,
no, and you never sit like David Sampson said on Nothing Personal, part of the Levitt Hart and Friends Network. said you don't sit a starter like that unless you have an off day the following day, so they can get 2 days of rest consecutively. He said this is a complete reaction to the social media posts that have implicated him in, you know, an inappropriate relationship with a 14-year-old girl.
Which that's your fantasy baseball league pissed me off yesterday. Once I first read the first story,
I gotta update my team. I think he's on my team.
No, because he's on my team in our league. And right when I read the first story, I log on and I'm like, let me drop this motherfucker, son of a bitch.
You got
and they wouldn't let me drop until like noon today. And I'm just like, he's not back from this. Maybe in fucking, I don't think he comes back from this in his lifetime. So I'm like,
I bet he's back this season.
I bet he's not.
I bet they find a way. He's too big to that franchise. He's an all-star. He's a 22-year-old all-star.
So was Fernando Tatis, and if you're going to fucking kick somebody out of the league for 70 games for using PEDs, I would hope fucking being a pedo
a lot more than that.
Kicks you out of the league.
Well, I mean, because it's scanned from just one picture where it looks like he's kissing a girl on a cheek. Who knows, man? I mean, but I'll tell you what, they're digging into this shit now. So.
Hey, those Georgia indictments are fucking serious business for former President Trump. I gotta say, those get him in real deep shit because, like, he cannot pardon himself of those, even if he becomes president again.
I'm just telling you, if you want to see whose player is going to go down in baseball, just follow my fucking sports habits. I bought a shit ton of Fernando Tatis rookies. Boom, that happens. Yeah. I bought a fucking shit ton of Wander Franco rookies. Boom, this happened.
You gotta stop buying fucking baseball cards, Mike. That's a game for young people. You're too old for that shit, babe.
Speaking of documentaries, you all watch the Johnny Manziel one?
No, I didn't.
I recommend watching it.
I don't get that service.
I saw the.
He basically
talked about it on Levitard.
Yeah, they did.
He basically started the NIL, man. Before it was.
Right.
I mean,
well, he got in trouble for signing signatures and or autographs and getting paid for it,
making money off his likeness,
right?
Yes, which is bullshit.
Exactly.
Well, they're
he should have been able to do.
In the 2 years that he played for Texas A&M, he said something like 42 million Johnny Manziel jerseys were sold.
Right.
Just the number 2 without his name.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, dude. It was freaking cool. And it
$0
from that. No, that's why he was just making hand over fist.
And imagine how pissed he'd be now. I mean, with players actually being able to profit off their name, image, and likeness, and him kind of, flaming out in the NFL.
He started it.
Yeah.
It's good. I totally recommend it.
All right. Hey, speaking of things I'd recommend, Mike, have you seen the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie?
No, not yet. I'm going to go watch it.
It's better than Barbie. It's better than Oppenheimer. It was the best movie I saw this week. I saw all 3, and it by far and away was the best movie I saw this week. So good.
I doubt I'll have that same fucking feeling. But
you will. You will. You're going to cry. You're going to love it so much. Yeah. Jackie Chan as Splinter.
Oh, boy.
That's so good. Anyway, this has been Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play. I'd like to thank you for joining us. You can catch us on YouTube at Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play, on TikTok at Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play. We're on that thing that used to be Twitter that's now X too. We don't really use it though, so you don't have to bother looking for us there. You can catch our podcast at gogunsthejournal.substack.com, and you can find us
give it to you
at foulplaybyplay.com. I'd like to thank my co-hosts Bradley and Michael Haas for joining me, and I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today. Let's go Twins!
Skol Vikings!
Skol baby! 30-21, 9-point game. Liberty up.
Coming back.
Love you.